ẹ kú dédé àsìkò yìí ẹ sì káàbọ̀ sórí ètò ọmọ Oòduà tó ń dé sójú ìwòran yín o láti iléeṣẹ́ ìkànnì Wo TV. Òdu ni wá àwa kì í ṣàìmọ̀ fọlọ́kọ a tún ti dé o sórí ètò bá a ti ṣe máa ń dé tó ètò ọ̀hún ló wá balẹ̀ báyìí bí ọ̀wàrà òjò sójúde yín o àwa òmìnira bá wá pèrè fìdí àbẹ́ bá ń fìdí tí a pèrè mọ́lẹ̀ kájọ kán lágbá mi ètò tòní nítorí pé ń dá a mú afúra wa lórí ètò lónìí ó gbọgbọ́n kódà ó gbẹ̀ngbẹ́ ẹ jẹ́ ń pè ní ó gbẹ̀ngbẹ́ nítorí pé kàyéfì ọ̀rọ̀ kàbìtì la máa ń pè ní kàyéfì ọ̀rọ̀ tó ẹ bá wá pèrè fìdí àbẹ́ bá ń fìdí tí a pèrè mọ́lẹ̀ ká kán lágbá mi ètò tọ̀hún ká máa bá kinní ọ̀hún bọ̀ bá a ti ṣe máa ń ṣe tá a máa ń kìbọnú ara wọn lẹ́lẹ́yọ̀ ẹ̀yọ̀ bó bá ti wá yá yín bó bá ti yégun ni o ṣe mọ̀ pé ó ti yọrẹ́ àwa tá a wà ń bí náà àbá tèrè wá bí torí pé bàbá débi iṣẹ́ ṣíṣe náà là á ṣe ó ti wá yá ẹja jọ karabodò torí pà ní karabodò tán ká tó ṣe máa wá parọ́ pò tútù mú wá o ó ti yá bó bá ti yá yín ẹja jọ lọ.
So yes, I'm here at the All Progressives Congress Secretariat of the Caretaker Committee along Aba Road, where there was an explosion this morning. As I got, if you look behind me, you'll see scorch marks at the what's that now? The billboard directly behind me. There are scorch marks. So absolutely, I understand from who is the chairman of the Caretaker Committee here that the explosion happened at about 3 a.m. today. But I think we should just cross over to him so we hear directly from him. He's in charge here. So good morning, Mr. Okocha. So in a minute, we could summarize what actually transpired here quickly.
Okay, this morning, at the wee hours of this morning, we've got signals, we've got a report from the security man working here that some gun-trotting young men came here in a black Venus, and he was not, but that is where he did. So they dropped the explosive. You can see the weight of that explosive. And so the issue and the question we have kept asking is APC secretariat
So basically that explosion happened by 3 a.m. today?
By 3:20 a.m.
3:20 a.m. today?
Yes.
Okay, so you've heard that. That's directly from the horse's mouth. So that's the situation here within the APC secretariat.
Well, I hope there was no loss of lives or anything. What could have been, if it is possible to take that question to Mr. Okocha, what could have been the motive? Or who is this suspect? What could have been the motive? Who's behind this explosion? What is it at the APC secretariat? You know, that's so important. I'm just wondering.
Okay, now, when a witch cries in the night and the child dies in the morning, anybody else can be able to decipher who the culprit or who is the person that conducts this kind of thing on our party. Now, I have said that APC Secretariat is not a polling unit. There's no polling unit here. None. Yesterday we had a press conference here and the people were all covered. I mean, you all covered the event. And they saw the serenity of the environment. So only for us to wake up this morning to see that our offices, our secretariat has been thrown, into this kind of mess. People are donating devices and gunshots. I've just showed your cameraman, I'm not here without him swing to it. Even the buildings, the surrounding buildings around our neighborhood are also attacked. You see holes of AK-47 guns. AK-47 guns, which they came with. And they came twice. The second other time it was 4 a.m. They came to set the place ablaze. The entire security house is gone. you know, the part of our...
So quickly, what has the police said to you? What has the police said?
I want to make entry at the police station. The DPO came here himself to ascertain for himself, the level and extent of devastation here.
Okay.
So we have also made entry, and they are carrying on with the investigation. But again, to say that whatever anybody does, whatever the opposition does, as far as we are concerned, the state government is right now in opposition because the governor has no party. So as much as we are concerned, nothing will deter us.
All right.
Nothing will deter us
Charles,
from making...
Yes.
Charles, I'm going to repeat Ayo's question. What does he surmise the motive could possibly be at 3 o'clock in the morning?
What? It's clear. You know, we went to court. APC went to court to challenge the processes that RISIEC had put in place for election dates that we were not aware. And it passed through, the matter passed through all the processes. All the parties were that were sought to be joined were joined. All the parties that were original defendants, we also joined. And over 3 months, the judge eventually gave judgment. And that judgment is saying that we were right.
So you're saying that this is political in nature?
It is political. It can't be any other thing else. Are you not aware that we are told that they want to do an election today? Today is the 5th of October.
Okay. So apparently, you heard that he's drawing an nexus between the elections going on and the explosion that happened here. That is just the summary of it all.
Units, the name of the ward and the unit. Well, this is unit 14 and 15. We have 2 units here in Port Harcourt City Local Government, Ward 18, Port Harcourt City Local Government, Rivers State. You just cast your vote. Just tell us, how was the process? This is one of the fairest and peaceful, seamless elections ever to be held in Rivers State. You can see the atmosphere is fully charged. Our people are out here to vote. Elections are truly going on in Rivers State, and I want to thank RISEC for the timely delivery and arrival of voting materials. This is unprecedented. We've never had it like this before, unlike other times where most times voting material arrives by 12, and at the end of the day, voters are already tired. Now we've been accredited, I have voted. You can see other persons are voting. The local government reports I'm getting from other parts of the local government, Port Harcourt City local government, is also good and favorable that our people are out there voting. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Actually, Ward 1, Unit 18, somewhere off Aba Road, and voting is going on here from what can be captured on the camera. People are voting peacefully. There is actually no security presence as well. Most of the polling units that we visited, we did not see a single presence of the police in those places. However, we noticed that we took a drive from Rumola. Anyone that knows Port Harcourt will know what I'm talking about. The distance is quite far from Rumola down to Rume Precom, and not a single polling unit was noticed. And the feelers we got from the resident there is that it's Ward 9, and that is the ward where the FCT minister is from. And they said there is no election that's going to happen there. So we noticed there are places we even saw people clustered. People were just clustered in some of the places, and election is not going on in those areas from Rumola down to Rume Precom of Obiakpo local government area. But in Falga, from what we've seen, election is going on very well in Falga, and people are voting. There's a little delay in some places. Some places you will find people gathered and waiting for electoral materials to arrive. We got here, somebody actually raised a complaint about result sheets not being available here. One of the candidates' representative, I think from one of the parties here. But from what we can see from this unit here, there are about 3 other polling units around here, and election is going on in Falga areas that we visited so far.
Well, the implication of elections not holding in those areas, Deborah, would be that there will be no results declared at those places where there are no elections. Isn't that the case?
that would certainly be the case, you know, because I don't know how there would be results emanating from places where elections didn't hold, but we would watch out for that, because from what I saw, it would be very strange to take such a long drive and there were no polling units noticed around those places. However, Falga seems to be actively conducting the elections. I mean, places I've gone to so far in Falga, elections are going on.
Okay. Well, how about the turnout? That's been a concern that's been raised, you know, by panelists in the studio. What's the turnout like? There's been fears that because of all this noise about whatever is going on, that people are not going to turn out. From your observations in where the elections are active, what's the turnout like?
Okay, the places where election is going on, people are turning up for the election. The places where elections actively is going on, like areas I visited in Falga, the Port Harcourt City local government, Ward 19, this is Ward 1, Ward 18. Elections are going on in the places I went to, and there is actually turnout of voters. But in the areas where election does not seem to be happening, we just find people on the street playing or clustered and gisting, playing football. That's what is actually noticed here.
Yes. Did you find out why elections were not taking place in those places?
When I spoke to some of the residents, they told me that they did not see any electoral materials or election officials because of the judgment, the order that came from the High Court in Abuja, you know, and that they are following the FCT minister's order that there will not be an election in Obiakpo Ward 9. That's what some of the residents who spoke to me said, you know, quoting them. You know, so that's what they said. But I'm going to be speaking with the RESEC management to find out what's going on and why elections didn't happen in those areas. So until I get their feedback, I will not really know what categorically to say is the reason.